Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about learning management system and that on OpenEdX platform, which we will say later what exactly OpenEdX is. But before that, let's understand some teaching methods. The traditional approach which we usually follow in our classroom teaching, which includes blackboard teaching, face-to-face interaction with the students, taking class tests, giving assignments and evaluating it, taking exams, evaluation of exams, and finally the certification or degree. So that all includes a traditional approach, which has been followed from centuries, and still we follow it. Uh, in in the last few decades, blended learning approach has gained some momentum, which is nothing but traditional classroom teaching plus use of online tools. Uh, for example, if you use e-content like PowerPoint, some PDF, interactive charts, mind maps, etc. So all these contents, if you are using it in your classroom, then you can say that you are in the blended learning framework. There are other things like content management system. So content management is nothing if you just manage your content using any online tool. For example, wiki, Google Classroom, you can create topics and put the materials under any topic. So these things are, you can say that this is a form of content management. Through Google Sites or any other website, you can also put your contents there, and you can manage your contents there. For managing videos, you can rely on YouTube channels to get the feel of your regular classroom. You can use live classroom tools like Google Meet, Google Microsoft Teams, Zoom, etc. Spoken Tutorial is one of them HRD project through which you can share video and audio contents in structured way. You can also use Google Forms, Jamboard, etc. There are different tools which we have covered in this course already. So these all form a blending learning approach, which has, as I said, gained momentum in the recent times. Uh, in this coronavirus pandemic, we are more on the online side of blended learning. So since we cannot go to our classroom and teach regularly, so we are now dependent more on the online class management part. So we are using Google Meet or Microsoft Team or Zoom for live classroom, and we are using Google Forms, and is most of us are now using Google Classroom for our classroom management. So we are towards we are these in this time we are more towards online class management. But these approaches are quite different from MOOCs. So all these are not exactly a MOOC. So MOOC, what is exactly MOOC? MOOC is a complete course, online course. So no traditional approach, no blended learning. It's a complete course in which you can say that it starts with the enrollment process, and it ends on certification process. So just like our this FDP is not some kind of online class. It's not exactly a blended learning. It's more than that, and it is a form of MOOC, because you have enrolled in this FDP and you have gone through the lectures, you have taken assignments, you have taken quizzes. Those quizzes are automatically evaluated, and finally you will get certificate. We are not providing certificate directly on the portal, but for a MOOC it can be done. So MOOC is actually a full-fledged course. You can say that it is a online extreme of traditional approach. So all the things are done online in MOOC. Blended is just in between. So in blended you are using a traditional approach also, and online tools also. So for Mooc you need some kind of software, or you can say some kind of system which we call as learning management system. So LMS is nothing but a software package or any platform through which you can manage, you can create, or you can deliver your course. And to design the course you need a studio. So LMS studio is for designing, and just some kind of managing tools are there in LMS studio. So we need a LMS if we want to design a Mooc. Let's see, let's you can go for just if you want to see what exactly is a Mooc, so you can go to Coursera site, EDX, and in India you can go to Swayam. So all these are the platforms on which several teacher or any person from industry or anyone, if they are authorized to do that, they can create a online course. Okay, so you can go to these sites to see uh, any Mooc course. So what exactly is the LMS? The Wikipedia definition is administration, tracking, automation and delivery of educational courses. So for LMS, any LMS should perform these tasks. Or in detail, if you want to know that what exactly it is, so in LMS, one student can, or anyone can enroll. The course can be scheduled, assignments can be given there, tests, exams, grading, certification, and there are several other things which can be done on any LMS platform. So it is actually ideal. Not every LMS can give you all these services, but it can be LMS if they provide most of them. So LMS can be of two types. So licensed one, for which you will have to pay. You can have some access free called free trials of some of the licensed LMS also, but for getting the full features you will have to pay for it. So like Edmode or Blackboard Learn, Canvas, all these are licensed LMS. uh, that means you will have to pay for it if you want to access all the services of these LMS. The other one is open source, the Moodle, which is quite old and one of the famous one. So Moodle is open source. So open source means you will not have to pay for that software. You might have to pay for configuration or installation of it, but you will not have to pay for that software. So open source is freely available. Anyone can have that software, but as I said, it might require some kind of installation and configuration, which is chargeable, which can be chargeable. So if you are installing it on your own, then it's freely available. You can install it, but it's not an easy task. OpenEdX, we are talking about OpenEdX. So OpenEdX is a platform developed by MIT USA, and it's freely available, and you can get it from their site. And if you can install and configure it by yourself, then you can have your own OpenEdX. You can also seek some technical expert help for that, but as I said, they may charge for it because it's not an easy task to install OpenEdX on your own. The other way is through third party access. So you can, if you want to use OpenEdX and you think that you cannot install or configure it, you can go for some third party like App Assembler, EduNext. but they will charge, and for large users they charge heavily. Some of them they provide some free access for uh, very few users, and for certain time, like 1 month or 2 months, but after that they will charge for it. So now let's move toward creating your own course. So what we are going to do, we are taking this challenge. Actually it is a challenge for us, because uh, it might happen that the site get will get crash, but we are taking this chance, and we are offering you to create your own Mooc course on our RC Moocs Open edX platform. So before that, before going into before uh, just going for this RC Moocs Open edX platform, just structure your course in this format. So take your syllabus and divide it into sections, different sections, and divide that section into subsection, and finally subsection should contain units. For example, I will take an example of my own subject. If I talk about designing of an analysis of algorithm, so I can say section name is divide and conquer. Subsection name can be sorting algorithms, and unit name can be bubble sort. So from top to bottom you can structure that syllabus, like for history, geography, or any subject you can structure in that way. I will take an example on that platform.